It's that time again for Rage Across the Internet, your very favorite Werewolf the Apocalypse podcast. As always, I am your host, Porter Voorhees. Sitting across from me, the one and only Daniel Kruger.
Hey, everybody.
That was weird.
Yes, hey, everybody.
Crawling out of the mouth of madness. It's CJ Lee Ray.
Yo.
And not to be outdone, our very own M. Myers.
Hello.
Good start. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
All these years, we finally do a fucking Halloween intro.
Yeah. Favorite time of year, huh, Porter?
Yup.
Uh-huh.
And it always has been, and we've never leaned into it. But this year, we're leaning into it some.
I mean, we've a little bit.
Yeah, a little, yeah.
Yeah. It's just that favorite time of year.
It'll probably get worse next year, because fuck it.
Because why not?
Right?
Trick or treat.
And you finally got another name out of me. You know the truth now. Porter Voorhees. It's crazy.
Love it. Absolutely love it. And yes, happy Halloween.
It is that time. It's what, the 29th, I believe, is today.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's Devil's Night Eve.
Devil's Night Eve, yeah.
Which isn't a real thing.
No, well,
Devil's Night
now.
Eve isn't, but...
It is now?
Yeah. It's true. Devil's Night isn't even a thing a lot of places.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Little education for you guys. Some Halloween learning, because that's...
What we're here for.
What we put together. We want our houses egged. No, Devil's Night was the night where people just set fires in Detroit.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's not kidding.
Yeah. It's called Devil's because it's all the pranks happen, and the pranks are mostly arson.
Yeah, there was
Like a lot
of arson in Detroit.
Yes.
It's a very real thing.
The prank of committing a crime.
Well, no, it's just, think about this, right? Like it's like the night before Halloween, and it's, ghosts and goblins and trickery, and now you don't have a house anymore. So you get it?
The ultimate trick.
Right?
Yeah.
There's smoke in your lungs instead. Suck it. Happy Halloween.
I don't remember who it was, but I remember they were serious when they were saying there was so many fires. It was like the fires of hell are here, and the devil's night of his own, or something stupid like that. And it became such a thing. Like, what?
Devil's Night was a real thing for a long time. Then Mayor Dennis Archer took a stand and started his Angels Night campaign.
I remember that too.
Which was double up on the police presence, and then
asked the neighborhood watches.
Yes, convinced the neighborhood watches to start narking on people.
Yep.
Okay.
Which seems like a terrible idea in Detroit. But it worked.
Yeah. It's like, all your children are going out tomorrow night, but tonight I need you to go out and make sure you keep your neighborhoods safe.
Dennis Archer was a good mayor.
I don't doubt it. I'm not
Cool
doubting
last
it
name.
at all.
Which is why he only got one term.
Weird, huh?
He was, to my understanding, and he was an honest politician in Detroit, so he only got the one term.
We're going back to the Kwame, huh?
That was well before Kwame.
I know, that's what I mean.
And Coleman Young was not happy about it.
No, I know that. Oh, man.
Hey, but enough about obscure history.
And only that matters to us.
All right, yeah, enough radio for two.
Oh, shit. Whew. Devil's Night Eve.
Oh. Fucking. So here we are, Rage Across the Internet. If this is your first show, this is the podcast where myself and my friends here, we sit here and we talk about Werewolf, all aspects of Werewolf, for both storyteller and player, the new and experienced alike. If this is not your first show, well, good. Glad to have you back. Fucking, it's podcast day, all right.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And let's do the feud. Play the feud, man. Let's hit right into it. This week in bullshit.
Awesome. Let's start us off.
You, smart mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't have anything last time.
Yeah, this time I do have some stuff. Firstly, if you listen to not this last regular episode, but the episode before that, I believe I talked about picking up the Space Marine 2 game.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, I've been having a lot of fun with it. And a lot of people I know are enjoying it and singing the game's praises. And there's some cases of... There's been a few reviews that I've seen out there and a few prominent YouTubers and stuff like that talk about this game and just rip it to shreds. And it's one of those things of, I think this might be the case of maybe mismanaged expectations in some regards. Is one of the big things with Warhammer is it's split up into a few different periods, and the writing is very inconsistent depending on which period you're talking about.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, where, stuff in what is known as 30K is usually a lot more bombastic characters, actually deep characters at times. Where stuff in 40K, a lot of times if you're dealing with Space Marines, which is the main view of this game, you're dealing with basically your stereotypical paladins turned up to 11. Super serious, super grim, all about purging the heretic and the alien. And I think a few of these people who are ripping into this game might have come expecting some of the 30K. This is one of those instances of I'm full on for you can be both right and wrong in this stuff because everybody likes their own thing. You can like something even if it's not the greatest. I'm treating this game as an action movie. I'm not expecting something super deep and thought-provoking and super heavy character development. I'm looking at this more like a Judge Dredd.
Because you're the law?
I'm having fun with it. I mean, in theory, yeah. I'm having fun with it and just enjoying the spectacle and the story that is there.
So, what you're saying is turn off your brain and just enjoy it?
Not entirely. Not entirely. But
Don't fall into that trap, CJ.
Yeah,
But people work so
your
hard on this.
with this.
No, Borderlands is a good movie. You just have standards. Cut it out.
People worked really hard on this, so you should just do it for them.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you point that out. And I've been interested in buying the casting of Frank Stone, and I was reading the reviews. And the negative reviews were all talking about, well, I'm not really a fan of Dead by Daylight, so the story didn't really interest me, or I don't really like the quick time events. And I'm like, that's exactly what you were signing up for by buying this game.
Right, that's all that it is.
It's about Dead by Daylight, and these kinds of games have quick time events. Or it's they were complaining about it being a 50-50 choice and they don't know which one's the right answer. And it's neither of them are the right answer. It's just choose what you choose. Come on, guys. What did you expect?
I was browsing on Steam last night.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember what game this was.
Oh,
but I was browsing,
okay.
right? I'm going through my wish list going, maybe I should do. I ultimately didn't, but I'll get to that in a second too. Because mine also is video game related. But yeah, I'm looking at reviews because you get the wish list. This looks kind of neat. What are people saying? And I don't remember the game now, but the game got a negative review. It was the only negative review I saw because it didn't have mod support, and that the people who made the game were making the story and the gameplay, and not the user.
What?
Yes. This game gets a thumbs down
Because you didn't.
because I want to make my own mods.
There is a class of games that I could understand that being like a valid criticism, but like there is no mod support. Looking at you, Bethesda.
But this was like
But yeah,
it was like Hades 2 or something. I don't think it was Hades 2, but that was one of the games that's on my list.
Sure.
You know? So it was like, it was either like a roguelite or a fucking action platformer.
Okay.
And like, no point of the review did it say anything about the gameplay or the graphics or the sound or the controls.
Oh, not surprised at
This
all.
was just a negative review because I wasn't allowed to mod the game
the way
It wasn't made
At all.
easy.
at all.
right. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't. They should have let us make up the game.
Well, you
Well,
have.
then make your own game.
Then make your own game.
Like, what do you?
You can still make a mod without official mod tools. It's just harder.
I think maybe that was the complaint. It's too hard
Yeah.
for
Do
me.
it all the time.
Do you? Really?
People do it all the time.
Oh, mod. Okay, I thought you were talking about something else.
Man,
Wow.
I want us to have a Valheim server. Also, I'm mad that Valheim won't let me just do whatever. That game gets a negative 12 thumbs downs. What is that even?
Yeah, that's what it means. So, you know what? I don't. I can't. I don't even, I guess.
He can't even.
So I said,
Okay,
yeah, it's like, why would you? It's just people are dumb.
I know.
Like I said, if this was a Bethesda game, yeah, that would be a legitimate criticism since they're known for making mod tools available very quickly, and you kind of need the mods to fix those games.
Yeah, no, this was a little. It might have been Valheim.
Wow.
I've been back on that again lately. I love. Actually, I was talking to CJ the other day.
Mm-hmm.
You might know him. He's on Rage Across the Internet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've heard him before.
Yeah, he's yeah. I think his soul was put into a doll
Oh.
recently.
Okay.
Charles Lee Ray was Chucky.
I know. I got it.
I wasn't sure if you did.
I mean, fair point.
Just because it's you.
Because it's, yeah, I was gonna say because it's me. That's fair point.
Yeah. I knew CJ got it. I was confident M had it. Like, you know.
Yeah, no, that's
You were the
fair.
holdout.
Yeah,
I'm
I
the good
got
guy
it.
here. Come on.
Oh!
Hey-oh!
Up top.
We are friends until the end.
Oh.
I was actually talking. I think I started to talk about it, but I thought I would save it, and lo and behold. So I guess I have a second thing.
There you go.
Is how Child's Play as a movie holds up way better if we were not aware of Chucky in the cultural zeitgeist.
Peekaboo.
Well, like, 'cause it's a thing. Like, you know about Child's Play, you know it's the doll that's alive.
Yeah.
But if you watch Child's Play 1, the conceit through most of the movie is Andy crazy?
Right.
Yeah.
Or but like, you already know Andy's not crazy because you saw a trailer once or Live in the World.
Yes.
Either one ruins the movie.
It's similar to like the original Friday the 13th of if
Yes.
you know it's the mother the entire time, then it's like, yeah, no, clearly it's not Jason.
Think Scream.
And it doesn't ruin the movie,
No.
but it's one of those like, well, they're all talking about like the legend and everything.
Right. It's only good the first time. Or it's,
Or that-
I take it back. It's really good the first time. Because it throws you off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that really bad Chucky ripoff we watched at movie night one time.
Oh, was it Baby Poopy?
Yeah, no, it was Baby Something, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Baby Topsy?
Oh, so yeah.
Something
Pretty sure
like
that's
that,
what it was.
Baby Poopy.
The cover is the weird doll in the fucking cradle with the chainsaw,
Yes!
if I remember correctly.
Which is why we watched it, because how could I say no to
Yeah.
that?
Right.
You gotta join the fucking Ko-Fi people.
Movie nights are
We watched some
awesome.
That can make
really
the best.
Baby
bad
Oopsie.
stuff.
I think it was Baby Oopsie.
Okay. We were close,
It's close enough.
right?
Honestly, it's close
It's
enough.
close enough for what it was.
But it was just so incredibly ridiculous.
Yes.
Which made it the
So much
most
fun.
amazing thing, yeah.
I feel like it was close enough to be a bullseye on that name. You want me to remember that? What is the shark side of the moon?
That's what you took away from the movie? Got it. Good.
No, but back to the gaming thing, though. I was talking to CJ the other day, and I kind of introduced him to Disgaea, which is a niche like strategy RPG that I've loved that series forever. Like since the first one on the PS2, I got but I haven't played one in years because it takes
a long time to set up.
Well, it's a video game, so no, but it takes a long time to get through.
Okay.
You know, it has a colossal. I'll put it this way: I put a few thousand hours into the first one.
That's a lot of hours.
Yes.
Yep.
Had fun all the time. And then you go through the sequels and I have no idea. Like, you want to add up how much of my life I have wasted playing fucking Nippon Ichi RPGs. I have no idea. But they're great. I love them. And so I start talking.
Thanks to Porter. I might be looking down the barrel of that an hour.
I'm a little excited for him and I'm a little sad because we're never going to see him again.
I was going to say, because we won't see him ever again.
He's going to be like, sorry guys, I'm going to miss recording today. I'm halfway through an item world and frankly, priorities. And I'm going to understand is the bitch.
Oh, I'm not going to be happy about it, but you're going to understand.
Yeah. And so what happened is, again, I was looking through, I wanted to, I'm going to do something nice. I'm going to treat myself. I'm feeling a little down. I'm going to do something. And I'm doing that shopping. And then I realized I have Disgaea 2 complete on Steam that I bought at a Steam sale like 3 years ago and never played. Like I've played, but this is the extra version with the extra shit that's on. So it's like, so I started that up last night.
So we might not see Porter again either.
Yeah. So if this is the last episode, do you know why?
Well, I guess for Halloween it'd be fitting.
In fact, I've got an item. Good night, everybody.
Oh no.
Yeah, I love this series.
I'm going to text you like, hey, I'm on my way over for recording. I can grab some food. No, don't. I'm on.
No, bring food.
Yeah, okay.
Bring the food. What are you talking
All right,
about?
that's fine. Yeah, we'll change it. Like, yeah, you can bring the food, but you're not staying.
Leave the food at the door.
It's going to be fun.
Oh, man.
Drive all this ways to drop you off food.
Slide it through the mail slot.
That would be disastrous.
Yeah, it'd be disastrous.
That's because this isn't his where he's got the big, where we put the Wolverine in.
Right. It's just a small little slot.
Yeah, just get the little lockers here in the side of the building.
Oh.
Though I could RoboCop it because it's right there. I could just cut a hole in the wall.
Yeah, that's true. But it wouldn't be the first time I just came over to drop off food either.
Wouldn't it?
No. There was a couple times where I come home, like on my way home from work, and they had food, and like, hey, Porter, you want some?
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Or I just dropped off a pizza because I was like, hey, happy birthday.
Yeah, but you
surprise.
stayed and had pizza. You didn't just drop it off.
Okay, true.
You hung out.
Yeah, because it was your birthday, and it was a surprise.
I'm saying, you're like, just dropped the pizza and left. You didn't. You weren't like the delivery guy.
The couple other times.
You're like, boom, boom,
food.
happy birthday. Well, that's different.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, they
have
fucking
extra.
brought us 20 pizzas. Do you want a free one? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, exactly. Good times.
Your fucking company caught wise and was like, everyone gets a slice now.
Yep.
That's it.
It's kind of
We're counting pepperonis.
Yeah. Now that it's like, grab 2. If there's any left over, we'll let you know. Bastards.
Right. Now I want pizza.
So do I.
Yeah.
Do you got anything for this week? Well, I mean, you did. You brought up, what am I talking about?
Yeah, I talked about a game I wanted, and
Where's my fucking brain? I'm sorry.
I want to know more about the things
What?
standing behind Danny.
Well, that's Maki Lock. He likes to lurk
Okay.
and then climb in your ear while you're asleep.
She's doing the Babadook thing, so I'm ignoring you.
I know.
And I'm creeped out by her because That was good, though. Babadook was awesome.
Something grabbed my leg.
Oh, stop it right now. Stop it. Stop it.
I can make you famous again,
Stop
Daddy.
it. Nope. I'm not playing anymore.
Come play with us, Danny.
I'm going home. I don't like this game. I don't like...
As you can see, Danny's Halloween horror movie lead up has been working.
Hey, Danny.
Yeah?
He waits until you fall asleep, and then he moves in near. And when you start to snore, he crawls inside your ear.
Gross. Stop laughing. Stop doing the creepy smile. Oh my god, dude. Come
Now
on.
they lay me down to sleep.
He's
I
doing
pray
the vermilion
my soul
smile.
to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take.
Why are you whispering? This is so bad. Stop it. Guys, come on. Oh my god, M, stop it. Oh my god.
And that was This Week in Bullshit.
Wow.
If you want to sponsor Danny's therapy, maybe look up the Ko-Fi.
Yes, please sponsor my therapy.
I'll tell you a little rhyme I made up. That's just off the cuff, everybody. I'm a little proud of that.
I'm not. Nope. Your evil laugh was very. I want to go home, guys. Happy Halloween. I'll see you all later. I'm done.
Hey, Danny.
Nope.
We'll see you in the red sandbox.
Oh my god.
Was it Porter's laugh, my laugh, or the two combined?
It was everything.
Oh no, I think we did it.
You did it.
What's your heart rate? What's your heart rate right now, Danny?
4.
4. I don't.
It
know.
reset. It went back to 0.
I don't. It's just taking a second to read. Hold on. I think it's more because I'm like hot and sweaty and also irritated, but it's at 90.
Are you irritated?
Because your laugh
It's
and
recording
your,
day. How's that irritating? It's amazing.
No, it's all your.
It's spooktacular. It's the season.
Oh, something grabbed his feet.
Oh my god! And I honestly just looked straight down to make sure. God, guys! Oh my god!
How can we not with you
I
reacting
know,
like this?
and I'm like, it's like, why should I?
This is where you needed one of those like helping hand things just under the table. So like,
Oh, yes.
It's like, why should I even expect anything less? I should just go with it because you already know what's gonna happen. It doesn't change my fucking feelings.
This makes me wish we recorded fucking cameras.
Yeah.
We could have.
Absolutely.
We could. The YouTube channel could have all of us on camera.
Okay.
Logistically, I think that would be a nightmare, though.
Yes, it
so I
would
don't
be.
think we will. But
It's not easy to edit at the same time. So just saying.
yeah.
With the amount of shit we already had to take out, I don't. Yeah.
Still, that'd be really funny if everyone could have seen that performance.
It was very close to how I watch my scary movies. Through the cracks in my fingers.
Which, hey, this week is the end for you of your Halloween journey.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's your wife's choice, and we don't know what that is yet because this is not.
Even close yet.
No, we're
Way ahead of
like
time.
a month and a half in advance.
Yeah.
Knowing her, it's going to be
gonna be
hocus pocus.
Yeah, you're screwed.
But
I fucking hate
but
that
because
movie.
we're so far in the past, we'll get to still talk about this way into the future.
That's true. In fact, we are now calling in advance, so we'll see. We're
Yeah.
calling our shot.
Yep.
What
And then,
if-
so like at
what
Christmas,
if-
we're going to find out the answer.
Yeah.
I mean, I
What if
still want to
she
know.
decides. What if she decides to pull a psyop and like convince you it's hocus pocus because you think it's going to be hocus pocus,
And it's
and
like
pulls out something like I don't know, fucking Insidious or something.
the cannibal holocaust.
Oh my god. I don't want at this point, I'd be happy if it was Hocus Pocus. I fucking hate that movie. But at this point, it's like, alright, I'm done with the scary movies.
But you're not yet.
It's
going to be Human Centipede.
Oh, no.
That's a good one.
No.
3.
Oh, shit.
No.
Number 3. Best one.
Well, maybe we'll do that for Backer Night. Backer Night, by the way, is something we love to do every month. That's it's our celebration of our backers, who we love dearly. You guys are great. We really appreciate your support. And if you would like a piece of that backer action, action, if you will. What?
Action.
Yes.
Ooh.
Chicken Danny invites you to join our Ko-Fi. You can find the link there at the front of our website. You can go directly to Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com/rage across the internet, and you can check out the tiers we have available. You know, if you're in a position to donate and help us out, we would love if you did so, and I think you'd love the rewards.
Yeah, we greatly appreciate it, and to show our appreciation, those are the rewards we give you. The movie nights, the game teams, the postmortem series, and then Porter's own NPC of the Month Club with entries from his own personal character Bible.
That's succinct enough. I want to keep it. Fucking cut print.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rage across the internet, that is one word on Ko-Fi.
Yes, it is. If you're not in a position to donate financially, we completely understand. We know times are tough. We live in the world. Fucking, we get it. But there are other ways you can help. You can give us some positive reviews. You can give us thumbs up. Remember, we're on every platform that plays a podcast, including Amazon, which is kind of newer for us, and I forgot about it until recently. So that is just rife with review potential, folks. Please and thank you. You know, the better we come off, the more people get to us. Fucking the more people we can maybe convert to werewolf, which means better odds of getting more people in your games. It's good for everybody. So consider helping us out. That word of mouth, that support is a big deal, and we appreciate the hell out of it. And we appreciate the hell out of you, even just listening right now. So thank you for that. And
Absolutely.
what do you say we all get this train going? This ghost train going.
Ghosts. Boo.
One, two.
Meep.
Meep indeed. And it's funny you bring that up. Because that shit should have all aired by now.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
Part 2 is over, and this is actually, I believe this was a CJ inspired move.
Oh. Okay.
Well, we planned this episode, the Timerverse, man.
Yep.
But I believe I'm giving credit to CJ. If I'm wrong, I will correct the record right now. But that we are talking about Pocket Realms today. Because, like in The Path, Chapter 2 of the New Chronicle, took place predominantly in one.
Right. That was so much fun. Because again, we recorded it already, and it was a 4-parter, so it took a while.
Damn.
Shit, yeah, it took a while for the whole thing to air. So what happened in 2
It should
months?
be wrapping up as of last week.
Perfect.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, so what happened for you in 2 months happened for us in
The day.
7. Yeah, we'll call it a day. So, and that was. I'm still stoked about it because I remember the day after me talking about it. It's like, oh man, that was probably the most fun game I've played. And I've had a lot of games here, and like there have been games where it's really intense moments. The end of Chronicle 1, you know, almost not surviving that fire blast. Just being Jaeger Gorefist in the previous games.
Just being me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, kind of true. I mean, he's gone through some shit. But like this game we just did, I think, had almost every aspect of a perfect story, and I mean story.
Bold fucking statement. Thank you.
There was the only thing I think was missing was like a romantic love story.
Next time I'll write in 2 Dogs Humping.
You don't know what those beeps do when they're not eating.
I
True.
mean,
Oh,
Yeah.
see? Fucking Booyas. Up top, Siege.
now I'll fully admit too. Am I a little biased? Yes. Porter's the only storyteller I've ever been under. Did I have some fantastic fucking rolls that game? Yes. Probably more 10s rolled than that entire game that I ever have before put together. Yes.
That's where all my luck went.
Then thank you. But that story altogether, we had, and just like the 3 of us, the 4 of us together, had so much fun with that story. And that's so impressionable as is, that everything in that game was memorable. Everything. It was
Say that
so
pocket
much.
realm
Getting to the
is
pocket
what
realm.
made it so
Yeah,
memorable as well, because we couldn't have done half that shit without that place.
right. It was all because of the pocket realm. Even getting there was its own little story. And so much fun.
Well, thank you. I mean, we're here to.
Yeah, I'm not trying to toot your horn, and I know you're not trying to toot your own horn.
Put the pillow back on the counter, or on the couch, not the counter. It doesn't need to be on the floor.
Oh my God, dude.
Just wipe your mouth.
All right, hold on.
Put the knee pads away.
Yeah,
I had a lot
I
of fun.
appreciate it.
Yes,
No,
yes.
I mean, thank you.
Mhm.
But yeah, we're not here to. That's not. But the point is that the pocket realm is what inspired the idea of this episode.
Right.
Because I mean, there are plenty of them out there. I mean, there's an infinite amount of sub realms and pocket realms in the Umbra, and what do we do with them? How do you handle them? What can you possibly we're gonna discuss it. It's a show about world. We're gonna talk about this part today. This is the part today.
Now, I imagine there's probably quite a few in the books, but you could make up your own too, right?
Well, there's less than you think in the books. There are
Yeah.
examples.
Oh, I was gonna say, do we want to start by defining what a pocket realm is,
Okay.
Yeah, hit me. Let me know what it is.
or what a minor realm is? Since I believe those terms are interchangeable.
They are.
Okay.
From what I was reading in the book, the biggest distinction between the pocket realms versus the more major realms and the near realms are simply that they can come and go usually. Where something like, say, the battlegrounds, the Scar, the atrocity realm, those are kind of fixed, as in they've either been around long enough that they're going to stick around till something happens. These pocket realms can appear and vanish at all times, be accessible, non-accessible. It can be a lot more singularly focused, or a lot more fluid in what they are. Ultimately, it's basic toolbox for your ST to be able to tell almost any kind of story they might want to for a couple of chapters.
Well, and there that is, right? I mean, we have examples of different types. And this is brought up, you look at something like Umbra 20, which I know, I'm going to pretend like I didn't know, right? This is the book I recommended for everyone. And to be clear, and this is M's fault.
Hey now.
To be clear, no, you'll know. Is when I say Umbra 20, it is the book Umbra, the Velvet Shadow. The hardcover book with we'll use the term more photorealistic image of a lupus laying down, and then as opposed to the second edition book, which is more of an expressionist kind of look, probably like a Krynos looking through a reflection, which would be called Umbra, the Velvet Shadow. No idea why they chose to use the same name. I mean, it's a cool name, but...
Oh, yeah.
You look up Umbra 20, that's not a real book. You have to look up Umbra the Velvet Shadow and make sure you have the right edition.
Right.
See him?
Yes. I do see. We did have a conversation about which one
Yes.
I should be looking in.
Yep.
So
Em
you
had the
fixed
wrong...
the issue.
She had the wrong one.
Well,
But again, through no fault
I
of
had
her
the
own.
other one.
Yeah,
right, yeah. How were you supposed to know it was wrong, though?
exactly. So we corrected that, but...
I mean, it had the same name.
Exactly. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
You gave me the page number, and I'm like, this has nothing to do with what you're talking about.
Well, then, nice save, Em.
Thought it made a good aside there.
Yeah.
But, there are the various types that we already know about. Like Epiphs and Glens, Wildings, Chimares.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought maybe we could talk a little bit about those just to cover what those are. Not make a meal out of them, but a little something. And I can get us started.
Little snack.
Yeah. A little aperitif before we get into the... hey, yo.
Little appetizer?
Good appetite.
Little piece of bread. We don't put butter on.
Because it's good bread.
That's right. Well, it's a week. It's 2 weeks old now.
Oh, bummer. Was it properly sealed?
We'll never know because time averse. So chimeras are their dreams. I mean, period. They're just their dream realms. They occur anytime a dream reaches a certain degree of prominence in the cultural zeitgeist, if you will. You know, stuff like
Going to school in your underwear.
yes, or the falling dream.
Yes, I remember reading about this.
Yeah, everyone knows the falling. Well, we did an episode on it forever ago.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying I remember this one.
It's like everyone knows the falling dream. So there are various variations on those, but I mean there can be others as well, obviously. And they're very malleable depending on how powerful the dream is. The more frequent the dream, again, in the cultural milieu, it gets more solidified conditions. But they're alien spaces, because they reflect human imagination and they distort perception. It's not a great place for Garus. They cease to be the apex predator because they're now in a world where hunting means little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're victims to dream logic now.
Yes.
Ooh. Good way to put that.
Yeah. And I mean, there's plenty of uses for these, but I mean, that's not really what we're here for, but to make it quick, right?
Sure.
You could find your way, Freddy Krueger your ass into the dream of spiral kinfolk to learn the location of a hive, or vice versa. Mm-hmm. They could Freddy Krueger's a verb now. Shut up. It's Halloween. You can Freddy Krueger into a kinfolk stream, the spirals could, to learn the location of a cairn. Or to fuck with that person fundamentally, like change who he is, because you're damaging his psyche by going into his fucking dreams and messing with things.
Now, can someone else do that to a Garu, though?
Theoretically.
So Garu could be having a dream, but it's really somebody else in their head, in a pocket realm of their dream.
It's still in their dream. I mean, their dream has become the pocket realm.
Yeah, there's gifts for that, I believe.
There is.
There's an entire right to enter the dreams.
Ah, yes. Love that one.
I can see that being a thing. I can see that becoming some kind of story.
Well, you do the whole Nightmare on Elm Street riff. I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
Or, let's say one of the elders of the Sept isn't waking up and they haven't woken up for like 3 days. Maybe they know something about this.
Yep.
Or maybe it is a trap to get somebody else to try doing this right, to be stuck in their own head with them.
Okay, not what I was thinking, but I almost see that as like the
go
elder.
in to try getting information from them to find out what did this to them.
Yeah.
Words, phrases, the plot of Inception.
Yeah.
It's that whole movie.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole movie's a chimera. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Now, what if
It really is.
What if that elder was purposely staying asleep and not waking up so that information he was holding stays in his dream?
That doesn't make sense.
No? Okay. I tried. See? This is why I can't run a game.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Just don't go into the chimeras in your game.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hey, who wants to talk about epiphs? No, not who wants to take a piss. Sit back down, Danny.
Oh, my.
Epiphs are a realm focused around a single solitary sort of concept or experience. It's an idea that has grown so strong that it forms its own reality around it, and it is weird. These are some weird-ass places if you go. And it's one of the things of every one of these realms is always going to be surreal in their own way. Some of the, you could enter a epiph around a specific idea, and you're no longer dealing with the third dimension to anything. You're stuck on a 2D plane. Congratulations, your entire adventure is now a side-scroller, basically. How do you adapt to that? It's all linked to the single concept, and all of the rules revolve around it. And sometimes that concept isn't always exactly easily understood or easily grasped by the communications. Like, for example, a pith of the concept of ineffability, the ability to not know something.
It's right on the tip of your tongue.
Well, I think something that's such a huge pain in the dick about epiphs is because of the nature of them, right? Like, they're extremely complicated and they're hard to wrap your head around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how do you dedicate a realm to you know, you see the concept with CG. How do you make a realm based on that? You know, I mean, and the difficulty, I mean, can fluctuate based on the concept that you're going for, but again, it's such a pain that storytellers don't use them very often. And with good reason.
Oh, I will say, these are, from my knowledge of the few people that I've actually talked to on some of these realms, epiphs tend to be like the playgrounds for mages, because they're all about warping reality and fucking with concepts like this. So yeah, for Garu, this is really fucking difficult to deal with and wrap your head around.
Oh, absolutely. Ironically, however, you could find it to be again, depending on the epiph in question, right? The idea of a slaughterhouse horn at the crack of dawn, that's not a good epiph realm to be in. But, you know, but in terms of like to find a place of contemplation and meditation as a Thurge, or perhaps as a stargazer, to contemplate the mysteries of the universe. Certainly the foghorn one's a terrible example, but the cascading of a waterfall.
Okay.
Might be great for that. However, it's a very specific thing at that point if you're getting Garu involved.
Yeah.
And I may or may not have had an idea for one while we were coming up with this.
Nice.
that may not show up in the fucking Let's Play.
Oh, great.
Like, I kind of want to talk about it, but obviously I can't.
Yeah, now you can't.
Like, I can't even time a verse.
You can't even time it. Oh, shit. No,
Well,
because we haven't played it yet.
Exactly. Because, like, while it's possible people will have heard it.
Mm-hmm. We haven't.
Right. Even though by the time that people hear this, you will have heard it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the world we live in, people. Think about that.
Yes.
We're on a fucking epiphany.
The timerverse is an epiphany.
A little bit.
Fuck.
Oh, we have been trapped here for a while.
Epiphs are harrowing places where the rules often don't apply, where your body itself might not even work correctly. It's fun.
Yeah, I took a
little
book I liked.
excerpt. Oh,
It's probably the same one I picked. Go ahead.
this is just a little excerpt that I found just a moment ago. It was, in some rare cases, the epiph itself is actually a spirit. A minor incarna stranded in the penumbra. Now imagine that. You know, hey, here's this realm of a singular concept that is absolutely fucking insane to try entering and deal with. Make it itself a spirit. This is just, once again, like spiritual inception time. How do you deal with this spirit? And how do you convince it to let you into the realm that it is made up of? To go and do a thing.
Oh, I
Can't say that either.
no, I have a perfect segue to a thing, but we have to finish these first. So damn it, it falls between my fingers because I demand structure.
Do you?
I do, and you know I do. I know people listening would be surprised, but I demand a level of structure.
Just a small level.
I
get it.
I conduct these episodes, all right? It doesn't sound like it. I do. There is a plan, and sometimes I get thrown off, and it bugs me. The map's in my head. Fucking trust me. It's like, that's a really efficient path, but we can't go this way.
Yep.
Fuck. So, here, Danny, tell me about Glenn.
Segues.
Yeah, right? Danny, tell me about Glenn.
All right. Glenn's like a hotbed of the wild, like a breeding pit for wild spirits, place of healing, of birthing, and the very essence of wilderness. More a chunk of wilderness full of dying growth than it is a direct wild realm. Glenn's they're very idolized for Garu, like stepping from freezing cold into a warm shower. I do love me a hot shower.
You need more cold
I feel
ones.
like going to a glen might be the closest Garu might get to, like, communing with Gaia.
Well, the Gaia in her purest, absolutely.
Yeah, Gaia in her purest, being in a glen.
This is the goal.
I'd say even like, maybe the man, if only we hadn't. Ellipses.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's like the closest to Gaia, closest to wilderness, like
completely
nurturing.
Untouched by humans.
Yeah,
right. Like if we could have got it back, or if we can get it back, this is where
it should be.
Right. This is what winning would look like, sir.
I just had an idea of a like possible image for a glen that we could use as a reference here.
Okay.
You know the watering spot in the forest in Princess Mononoke where the weird autumn forest like is out to drink?
Yes.
Just that
Oh my
section
gosh.
with all the weird bobblehead guys in the trees.
Y'all,
And then it's just so incredibly pretty.
right, y'all, if you have not watched Princess Mononoke,
Do it.
go watch
What's
Princess
wrong with you?
Mononoke. Yeah, fix it, please and thank you.
It's fantastic.
Like, I'm not even
I
gonna
promise you'll love it.
Right, like I know people do that thing where you haven't seen that, you're a piece of shit. We're not doing that. We're saying fucking go.
You're missing out.
Yes, please enrich your life and watch Princess Mononoke.
Enrich your life. Go be in a glen, enrich your life, watch Princess Mononoke.
Cut to the chase.
Pretty sure it's on HBO, so there you go,
Shit.
guys.
It is.
Yeah, no, I got it. Nice one.
Yeah, it's radio for two.
For 4.
Nope,
Nope.
not even close.
You haven't seen it?
No. It's different. See, different thing.
Yeah, different thing.
It was.
Oh my gosh.
That was a good one. Though. Too bad he doesn't listen either.
Now you'd be pissed.
Unfortunately, like most of the glens are dying off, though. Like a slow burn. It sucks.
Well, because you have to find them in places that are indeed untouched by humans. Is where you might find that connection.
Right.
And
Well,
that's
that's
in the world of
because-
darkness, becoming harder and harder to find.
Exactly.
Right, yeah. The places of
Don't
like
forget.
the wild, deepest in the wilderness kind of thing, as those die off, the glens are going with them.
And don't forget, even the Weaver wants to get rid of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, Weaver's assholes.
Uh-huh.
Multiple.
She's just crazy.
I mean, true. Now, of course, a glen is not a wildly. That is a different realm entirely. You have, which now we look at M.
Yeah.
To
Wilding.
yeah,
Yeah, so glens are to the wild, and hellholes are of the worm. So these are just like the...
You were segueing to Wildings.
Oh, we're segueing to wildlings?
yes.
Oh. Well then. Sorry, that's not the next one in my notes.
I mean, we can if you want to talk hellholes, we can talk hellholes. That's fine.
No, we can talk wildlings. Okay, so... The wildlings are to the wild, as the hellholes are to the...
Close enough.
Okay, yeah. So wildlings are like not very common either. Not very common at all. They are just the embodiment of chaos and like creation and like built up and then destruction. It's just like the raw experience of the wilds. The wild is just creation. The wildlings are just in that. It's just like creation and chaos there. And everything is shifting, everything is changing. Mountains might be formed at this, like, and then just in a few seconds, they're going to crumble. Physics doesn't matter. This place is crazy.
One of the things something to note is it's very Flux-esque.
Yes, very flux.
But in a way worse. Because the Flux has rules. As tenuous as they are.
Yeah, I was going to say, but the rules are weird and they're ever changing.
They're weird, right? And then they're complicated at times. But there are there are rules to Flux.
Yeah.
And that does not apply
to a wilding.
Exactly.
Oof.
Well, these are like probably one of the purest expressions of the wild interacting with the rest of the, for lack of a better term, world.
It's like a piece of flux that fell off and then no longer wants those rules of flux.
Right, like it
Well,
roids
you
up.
have like you have pieces of flux, you have pieces of Pangea, you've got pieces of this, pieces of that, all just kind of thrown together and like scattered.
Uh-huh.
And then this is why I wanted to go over these because these are still near realms. These are not near realms. Excuse me. These are still minor realms. These are still pocket realms. You know, because it's the Umbra as it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's very kind of catch-all for these things that aren't other things, right?
Yeah.
And as we continue on to discuss the greater implications, the things you could do with them, I bring these up because we know our near realms, and we're certainly not going to go down the laundry list of describing the near realms.
No, that's too much.
You know, yeah, that's...
We don't have that kind of time.
Well, I mean, we could in a sentence. We're not gonna. Fucking come on. But many of these realms can reflect the near realms adjacent or nearby. So it's important, I think, to have an idea of some of these things to help inspire what you are creating.
Right.
And now we'll unpause and we'll quickly cover, we talk about the wild version, the hellhole, and then the web being the Weaver version. And I feel like M wants to talk about the hellholes.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought that's what you were transitioning to. It's what I had like, because you were working down in my notes, and I was like, oh, next one's hellholes. They must be on the same page.
I really was going to just skip them, but yeah, I was going to skip them in the webs. I just thought, they're not Gaian. Fuck them. But we can totally talk about them.
All right, so when I think hellholes, I think like cyberpunk times 20 in an idea plus the worm. So it's just disgusting, it's filthy, it's just full of like hopelessness, and it's awful to be in. It's full of like really aggressive spirits.
Just like my apartment.
I was going to say the basement.
Yeah. like what you would get like near like an oil rig or like a nuclear factory, like just the worst parts of human existence personified in a pocket realm.
I mean, that's fair, and it's a kind of place, obviously, that can be used for your physical tests, your more direct threats, but
Yeah.
it's a great way to
Sounds very Scar.
it's a great way to make a jaded fucking Garu.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jesus.
And you kind of like the idea of it getting to a point where you can't tell the difference between the proper hellhole and just the city and the Umbra. What's the difference? Honestly, what's the difference?
Yeah.
That's
And like
pretty
you
jaded.
often, if I remember correctly, you often find these hellholes like in cities, and it's just like all the bad parts of the city is like personified into one particular spot.
Exactly.
That. Oof,
It's just like all that evil of like the worm and the weaver and all that crap that's happening, all personified in one little tiny place.
It ain't a blight yet, but hey, guess what?
Yeah,
It's
getting close.
Yeah.
It's
Not a fun place to be.
I point out
Jinx.
that your back in Into the Breach, your ad hoc rite of passage, if you recall, was to head to a junkyard, Danny, because it was a budding,
Yes.
right? It was a budding hellhole. You were sent there to stop it before it became a problem.
Correct.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
It was very early stages because they were
yeah.
sent there as a rite of passage, and for serious. It was their actual first game ever. I was very kind.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will give credit there. Yes, you were very kind.
There's like a lot of meat puppets. Fucking, ooh,
Yeah.
spooky. Is like the thing.
So in The Path, what kind of pocket realm was that?
Well, okay. I based it, again, it was surrounding Pangea. So I based it off of Pangea. You got to remember, what we just went over aren't like the types that there are.
Right.
Right.
These are like commonly established and known of.
Yes. Nope, no, I get that. I was just kind of making that, not really transition, but like, because we can bring it back to this.
No, you went for one, and I'm with you. All right? You went for the segue. Usually I'm like, you fucking, but no, good on you. You did it. Good on you. Fucking, you got the treat and not the
Good
trick.
on you, mate.
Hey, go me.
Fucking -2 ghosts tonight.
Sweet. And chocolatey.
But no, I based it on Pangea. And I'll give you a little behind the scenes. This might, whatever. If it comes up later, it comes up later. Who cares? I actually based it a little bit off of the Max, the comic book, The Max. Which also has a Pangea in it, which is
cool.
a different thing. But visually, I was a little bit inspired by that. And I flat out ripped off what you guys know as the Meeps. Because I love them. And it didn't hurt anybody. And it was thematically appropriate. So I don't feel bad.
Meep.
I was self-indulgent. Too bad.
It worked. It worked well.
And that's the fun thing about games.
Well, there's lots of fun things about games.
Yeah. I just sometimes talk to people who take themselves a little too seriously, and they don't want to do fun things like that. And I'm like, come on now. If you want to do it, do it. Just make it thematically appropriate.
Well, see, and that's where that's where we're meeting in the middle. Because, it's okay to be a little self-indulgent, or, dare I say it, masturbatory every now and then. Hey, look, it's the Silent Howl, everybody. Come on, Lord. But if you're doing it right, in service to the story and in service of giving the people around the table an enjoyable experience and having a good time, then it's fine. Don't go crazy. Make it an all-the-time thing, but, I couldn't help it. I fucking love these. And they work. They work.
They work so well.
It didn't, I could have made them look like anything. The idea of that
they had us going.
Right? that spirit, that dangerous fucking carnivore spirit that just swarms like that. Fuck. Could have been anything. Could have made them giant locusts. But I like these, so I made them look like these. And the thing about something like that is you don't be afraid to get a little weird or to take inspiration, but just make sure how you're framing it. Like, I could have done that in a way that was like, hey, everybody, remember the Max? You didn't see the Max, but remember the Max?
Right, you could have just put the Max in there. And
be like, oh, look at, this is just like the Thing. Look at, it's the aliens like from The Simpsons. Do you remember The Simpsons? And that cheapens it, it takes away. And actually, a great example I'm thinking of right now, and this is the second episode in the recession, we're bringing up Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Okay.
And how in the world of Avatar, they have this, and I think it's neat that they do it, that they combine animals. The platypus bear, the badger mole,
Cool.
Yeah, those are cool, right? But, like, you can... a near realm like they're not near. Don't let me do that. A pocket realm like this, you can fit in something like a badger mole. But if you do that, don't be, look, everyone, it's the badger mole from Avatar,
right?
Because you're going to pull people out of it, right? Just combine the two and describe it.
Order over here is spoiling my minor realm.
Sorry. Just don't say, remember Avatar? And you'll be fine.
No, it wasn't a badger mole, but I've got something reminiscent of.
Platypus bear?
No, neither.
Nah, it's a salmon hawk.
Nope.
Or a lion turtle.
Could you imagine Coho Jack with wings?
Raccoon turtle.
Is it a bee shark?
Bee shark.
Oh my god.
The B side? Shark? Side? Never mind.
No, I'm saying a shark side with wings and a stinger.
Says, Coho Jack with wings. Already. Jesus.
I'm drinking my Red Bull, baby.
Oh, nice.
Gotta wash down that peanut butter and banana sandwich. Shame on fucking Emma silent over there.
Yeah.
She's like, I hate you, people. This is the real horror. She's gonna be on the show.
Oh my gosh. Is this a hellhole?
I mean, I'm looking around.
Kinda. It's as hot as one.
Someone wants to order me a maid for Christmas.
I was just talking about the heat.
Oh shit. Well, no, you have the opportunity. Obviously, you can build whatever you want. Is a pocket realm.
Yeah.
And what you want to do is, I mean, obviously, you want to think of what you mean to accomplish with it, but you want to pepper it and make it feel alive. Like you guys noticed, I took extra care to describe, the various birds in the distance and the mountains and the volcanoes, because I wanted to set a proper scene. Even if you were never going to the fucking volcano,
Well, clearly.
you weren't going to get birded. Even though I'm describing birds getting taken out by flocks of larger birds, and I easily could have had something swoop down and pick one of your dumb asses up and fly away. Which might have been neat, right?
Kinda,
Might have
yeah.
been helpful and might have been helpful in one of the situations.
Yeah, maybe. But,
Set fire to everything. Whoosh.
and,
Bye, Rico.
yeah, right.
You played your part well.
And of course, you don't need to. But I think as a storyteller, it helps. I had backstory in mind for why this is a new realm.
Right. Yeah.
I know I
we
talked about it afterwards.
Yeah, we talked about a day off.
Yeah.
It probably won't happen
because
on air.
No, it shouldn't. But there's no reason
We can't talk about it.
Well, no, we can talk about it. Yeah, because there's no reason for your characters. It's not going to come up later.
Right.
It was just something that helped me create the realm.
Yeah.
And the idea is this was, the King Shukai. I believe it was Shukai. That's how important it is. I don't remember his name exactly.
The Khan.
Yeah, King dude's the syllables I made up.
Great White Tiger.
Yeah, that was his den realm once upon a time. And those spirits, those human spirits, were really human villagers wherever the fuck, whenever the fuck. Super not important. It was back then. That's when. Shut up. And through his seeking greater power or whatever, ended up breaking his den realm off into the near realm and getting them all trapped inside this pocket realm.
Cool.
Which is why when you killed him, the realm itself disappeared.
This thing anchoring it into existence
Exactly.
was gone.
And that's kind of interesting to know retrospectively
Oh,
as
very.
a player.
Yeah. Because at the time, obviously before you told us all this, but at me, I was thinking because we grabbed the jewel,
Right.
that's what was breaking the near realm apart. It was no longer in its place.
And that's
It was slowly breaking, and then finally when we killed him, we took it away from where it needed to be. That's when the realm started, why it's falling apart.
and it was a logical thought, and that's the thing is because of the fact that the backstory was really irrelevant.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if you were right or wrong. And it's cool that you came up with that on your own. It didn't matter. But for me, coming up with that helped me create what this was, especially the
Yes.
ending. Because the idea is because they were in his realm, that he was watching over this village. They were under his protection. And there were others in the realm. It also meant that he was aware of you the whole time.
The entire time.
Because the whole realm is his den realm.
Yeah.
Yep.
He might have not been paying attention,
Yep.
but
Oops.
He had at least the ping go off in the back of his mind.
Exactly. And there was a version of that where you walked in to talk to the villagers, and they're like, yeah, our tyrannical king who has lorded over us this whole time, here's a horn and it'll summon him, and please kill him. You can have the gem. Free us from his tyrannical hold. You can have the gem.
And it's kind of nice to know retrospectively that my idea of just talking to them would have worked.
Would have worked.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is I left that open, right, to give you guys the how you want to do it. I had planned for both.
And I love that.
Yeah.
It absolutely gave us the option, which it was, I'm glad happened, because no matter what, the fight was going to happen.
Yes. I went easy on you because it was getting really late.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He had gifts, yeah.
Hey. Yeah, but hey, that's a thing for an ST. Like, it's a good mark of an ST of knowing when things need to be toned down just a little bit.
Right, like it was going to be a knockdown dragout. He was equipped to take the three of you. But it was a long day, and we were calling it, and I felt bad that it was taking so much of her. Not in a bad way, because we were all having a good time, and look at how this game went, but I certainly didn't want to stop the game
mid. Right. Yeah, we were already
blow the pacing, but yeah.
We were on a roll.
Exactly.
Yeah, we were a couple hours later than we normally were, and we still had to finish.
Yeah.
So again,
I made the call.
Right.
We'll make the encounter go quicker.
Right.
But
which is why it happened to be 4 parts.
Which is great.
It was fucking so cool.
Oh, it ended up being 4, not 3?
Yeah.
It's a 4-parter. But I mean, going back to the topic of the near, the pocket realms. Don't stop me. Fucking jump up my ass when I do that.
Got it.
Minor. Say minor.
You can't get mad at me.
I can do anything if I put my mind to it. But I did request this.
Yes, it's requested. So the minor ones.
Well, I don't like how you say that. I don't want you talking about minors. For everyone's sake.
I'm quitting again.
Danny, you have to say pocket.
Man.
This time it was a trick.
You think
Yes, it was.
It was a treat before, now it's a trick.
I have been tricked again.
that's +1 ghost?
Oh, no. No more ghosts. I'm done with ghosts.
Well, yeah, I don't know that you are.
No,
However,
I'm not done with ghosts.
no, we go back again to the concept of that pocket. Pocket could be all sorts of things. A great example of a pocket realm is the goddamn cartoon Umbra.
Yeah.
God, and you hate the cartoon.
I hate the cartoon Umbra. I loathe the fucking cartoon Umbra.
Yep.
And it's not even a real thing, but it has to be.
Now, yeah, it has to be, though.
And it needs to be in maybe even a series of pocket realms.
I can see it as series because of different cartoons and different,
But also you can go the other way, like full on Roger Rabbit, right?
And they're all in one? Oh, yeah.
It's like you get Benny the Cab and the Batmobile and Speed Racer are fucking drag racing down the block. It's the Mach 5, sir.
Hey, you have the cartoon realms and then you have the crossover realms.
Well, and that's the thing you could do. And don't
Pocket realms of pocket realms?
don't put your Garu into He-Man, okay? Wouldn't it be
Might
cool?
not be the best idea.
Do you remember Mask from the 80s? Let's put your pack in the world of Matt. Don't put your in the world of Mask.
Lord.
Yes, it was a rad theme song, but just stop it. Fucking the Sleight of Claw pack in DuckTales do not... CJ, Ren Goes to Duckburg is not a fucking story I want you to run.
That would be hilarious, but yeah, no, that's not a story I would run.
There's part of me right now that wants to.
What about the Action Bill realm?
Well, I mean, that would still be Cartoon Umbra. But because you bring that up, that could be pretty interesting. But you know what? You know what you do there, or how you do that. And this is going to fuck you up, maybe. And I'm a little upset that I do not remember the name of the episode.
Okay.
Of
Season 5 Community.
Okay.
Jesus, okay.
It's the episode where Jeff has turned 40 and had the little break, and it was the G.I. Joe episode.
It's been forever if I've seen that episode.
Yeah,
so.
it's been a while, and I'm remembering what
It's
happened.
literally an episode of G.I. Joe,
Okay.
where it's the study group are now G.I. Joe characters in the world of G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jeff is
Okay.
Wingman. You know, Britta's Buzzkill. You know, you got 3 kids in Tight Ship in Fourth Wall.
G.I. Jeff?
He was Wingman. Yeah, that's probably G.I. Jeff is
Probably the name
absolutely the name of the episode then, probably. That's so on the nose. I was expecting the old naming convention where they're all a class. But yeah, is exactly how you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's face it, Action Bill is a stand-in for G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Only the Garu or Cobra. So that's how you do that shit. That episode is kind of that story. You just tweak what you need.
Yeah, make different characters, different... Okay, I get it.
They're the bad guys in the realm. Kinda.
Right, like it at that point requires a little more mental gymnastics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the realm's logic.
Right, and not only that, but like, who are these characters, right? Because you can easily just rub off G.I. Joe. You go, no,
Yeah.
you go, oh, here's Destro and Cobra Commander, and we're on their side because of Action Bill, but now you've got to, like, it's not Duke, it's Action Bill. So fucking...
Nice.
It'd take a little bit more work, but
A little bit, but
it's something that has potential.
it's a neat idea, which is a use for, again, a pocket realm that is adjacent to the, quote, cartoon Umbra.
I love it. It's kind of awesome.
Or if you have like companies in your game, the G.I. Joes can, or Action Bills can be named after the evil companies. That could be fun.
I mean, right?
Yeah, could be.
I'm just cooking, sorry.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm a little mad at CJ for making me make the cartoon Umbra work a little. Shit's daffy.
Yeah, now he likes it a little bit.
I don't.
No.
And I feel weird talking about it so much because I feel like I'm encouraging
I was
people.
going to say, we're still talking about
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
And like, there's going to be people who be like, fuck you, Porter. I'm making a good story of the cartoon Umbra despite you. Like, you know what?
Hey, if you can do it, do it.
Yeah. Fucking challenge accepted. Go nuts.
And tell us about it on the Discord.
Yeah.
If you sign up to the Ko-Fi, take that.
Yeah. Yes. Ko-Fi members and sign those up.
I only accept cartoon Umbra Sassmouth from backers.
Oh, be careful. Phil might hear that.
Oh,
Hi, Phil.
right.
That's fine.
Fucking you watch it there, Kilimanjaro.
That's a good one.
It's a fun game of mine now.
Yeah. Well, I do that with Bro a lot. But
Well,
doing
Barney
it
Stinson does it with Bro.
well, I didn't
Well,
watch
Neil
the
Patrick.
Yeah, I know what you meant. But like,
Let's not.
I do it with... It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Give me the next one, Brotato Chip.
Hold on, I have to throw something at Nanny.
Another ghost?
Thanks, Professor.
He got hit with a Ricola.
Yeah. Plus one ghost.
Plus 2 ghosts.
I already got -2, and now you're just giving back to me?
And now it's plus 3. Fucking
Yeah.
take that,
All right.
Budnick.
It's 2 ghosts full.
You get what you deserve.
Right. But
If I knew this was the Halloween episode, I would have done like a death minor realm.
I mean, we still can. We can talk about that.
Do it now.
I mean, that
I
was.
mean,
It's a Halloween episode. Do it.
I mean, that was totally my intent was for us, and I think I talked about it when we first decided to put this episode together. Was riff off of like come up with something based adjacent to a near realm that we could riff off of and make a pocket realm about. So let's fucking riff. Why not? We can do it.
I do have a on theme minor realm that I've been thinking up as we've been going through.
All right.
And it's, fucking Halloween Town, but not like Halloween Town from like Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm talking about Halloween Town inspired by the urban legends and rumors that go around these small towns. Stuff about the satanic cults, the witches that come out. Maybe if you were running it in this area, it's set up and like visually described as like Haddonfield.
That guy in that creepy house down the street.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's excellent. I mean, we talked earlier about the segues that I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. We were talking about epiphs, and what occurred to me was the Great Pumpkin.
Ah, nice.
And this idea of this massive pumpkin patch, and of course the Great Pumpkin is like this scarecrow with the jack-o'-lantern head. And for some reason a sombrero is how I saw it. Just what came in my head.
It's got to have the biggest hat.
Just looming over.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, we integrate that. You make that like a centerpiece of the town.
Yeah, the urban myth.
Right? You could even, to add a horror element, perhaps, is what if the souls, and I'm using quotes of the dead, but of the spirits you kill within the realm, transfer to the pumpkins in the patch, and give birth to some pumpkin-head-esque creatures. Almost, almost like a zombie thing, right? But they come
zombie
from
crossed with a sorrow from Snake Eater.
Sort of, yeah. Only instead of the body reanimating, it comes to the pumpkin patch and becomes one of these creatures and crawls out of the ground.
Oh, that's creepy. That's creepy, and I love it. So I can handle that kind of creepy.
But also, just to play with it just a little extra is like all of the actual like denizens of this realm. The kids going around in costumes. Those aren't fucking costumes.
Into that too, which smacks a little bit of season 1 Buffy. Might have been season 2, but the first Halloween episode. Yeah, I know that.
It's been so long since I watched any of those. I couldn't tell you which ones those are.
I watch shit. I retain it. Leave me alone.
Fair.
This could be a good little like, hey, if you're ever in the position in your game, it's coming up to a holiday. Yeah, fucking use in your realm for like a holiday special.
Like the Star Wars holiday special.
That's a different kind of special.
No, you know
That's a hellhole.
No,
a blight because it's Weaver and Worm.
No, you know what you do is you use that if you're going to do a Christmas episode. That's what you do.
Oh man!
And like you were judged naughty, so that's why you're there. And I mean, to be fair, you're a Garu, so you've killed how many people? You're on the naughty list.
Yes.
The end.
Yeah, but for like an underworld kind of thing, Pocket Realm, you could have like because it obeys some of the laws of that what we know. So you could have like a swamp, right? But like the mud is like black, and there's like arms and legs in there, just like grabbing at you as you walk through it.
No, absolutely. And I mean, we talk again about how I mentioned using Neo Realms to help guide, because when I used Pangea, for the one you guys I took you guys through, right? Is I wanted to keep some of those rules intact without being tied to the rules of the actual rules and laws of the actual realm. I can do whatever I want in this pocket realm while still
close enough.
So I gave you guys the extra regeneration from Pangea. Just because that's, and so building off that with what you're talking about, you could go two ways with that if you were so inclined. Is you could lean in toward Erebus, and perhaps these hands in the swamp, perhaps their nails are made of silver, or their touch themselves
to drag you down.
Exactly that, CJ. Damn. Don't make the swamp silver. I like the black swamp imagery. I mean, you could make the lake silver because, again, you're adjacent to Erebus, so you can take some of those elements are leaking through.
You see glints of silver within, like, the black mud.
See,
Maybe they mistake it for fireflies, not realizing what it is.
but see, like, you have options there, right? The other way I might have taken that is the atrocity realm,
Oh, fuck.
which is where you lean more slasher.
Yeah. Devoid of air, and then when the snowflakes come down, they're silver snowflakes that just cut your skin.
Ooh.
I would say the swamp imagery, especially the whole pulling you down, I could see that realm being centered around sort of like a crushing guilt or that sinking feeling. Like, this is a realm they could find themselves in after some really fucking harrowing shit that could be the, hey, if you're here, you probably want to go to Erebus soon.
And here we go too. Is we brought up again the purpose of a realm, the background of a realm, which again I said before isn't strictly necessary, and it's not strictly necessary. But building off of M's idea here, what if this realm, well, M and CJ's, what if this realm was built around the guilt of a Garu who is in the lake in Erebus now?
Oh,
And by successfully navigating the realm and fixing whatever the thing is in the realm, you can help him ease his pain and unshoulder his personal burdens to allow him to find cleansing in the realm. In Erebus.
yeah. Free therapy, Garo edition.
Basically, yes. Crawl into the pocket realm of my fucking secret guilt and pain and beat the shit out of it until I'm all better. And wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
What's it called? You don't have to fight your demons. We'll do it for you.
Right?
It's a whole new way to express a rage room. A whole new meaning to a rage room.
I'm going to slit your guilt's throat.
Oh, this is like already fucking ideas are just flowing from this already.
I mean, that's the hope, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, playing up this, and once again, there's a lot of imagery out there already that you could pull from for inspiration for these near realms. Like, I could imagine, once again, going a little closer to the atrocity realm, well, from the Inferno a little bit for some of the, like, more the weird macabre punishments, and kind of flavor that around the realm. Like the one where everybody is, if I remember correctly, on fire with their heads attached backwards.
Ugh. Oh, Jesus.
Can't remember what that's the circle of hell for, but I think it might be like liars.
No,
Make it sort of like
pants.
Yeah, their pants should be on fire, not their heads.
Get it together. Come on.
Using imagery like that to help start building up off of that. And ultimately, you could start working backwards from that. Find that bit of imagery or that little inspiration that's just like that right there. Yeah, no, you could have a lot of fun with these realms.
Yeah, you could even go with like some like traditional skeleton like guardians or something that they have to fight, and then like with the bones and like black sinew holding all the bones together and silver joints.
Going back to the swamp one.
I'm seeing that in stop motion, like an old Harryhausen film.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I thought we were just talking about no, I was on the page you were. I think I was just thinking maybe a different line.
That's neat. I like that. I also like how we are absolutely just leaning Halloween right now. We didn't have to. We are.
I mean, mine
It's
was
Halloween.
the one I like. You gave us the idea to like build our own realm. Mine was not at all Halloween. I was just like, okay, how do I build a realm? Well, and under like the how to build a minor realm, it gave like some tips, and one of them was like a concept that describes the appearance of the realm. And I was like, okay, what concept? Like, why would I send a pack here? And I was like, oh, a fertility rite for like maybe some dying land. Maybe they need to go and get some like extremely fertile soil. So I was thinking like,
So you wrote a porno.
oh my god, no.
Erotic
Now that
novels.
I'm saying fertility out loud, I could have gone that direction, but instead I went with like a forest that like was both like it was kind of
Flesh colored.
nearer the flux realm with this. With like forests that were both like growing and dying and decaying.
So wild.
And it was really easy to get lost in there. Very wild, very flux.
So wild erotica.
Dear God.
Wild with
The
a Y.
river that was extremely like very deep and then all of a sudden completely dried up for your comments right now.
Exactly.
Oh, well done,
No, seriously, I had a river written here, and as they like got to it, and if they wanted to cross it, it would quickly dry up, and then if they didn't cross fast enough, it would like immediately become like a rushing river once again.
See, that's good stuff.
And it's like with that river, like earlier you were saying like something that would like what was it that the beaver from
Platypus bear?
Yeah, the platypus bear. I had like a villain or like a spirit within this river that if somebody hesitated, it might get them, right? And it was a mixture of a salamander and a snapping turtle.
Okay.
Okay.
Because a salamander and a snapping turtle are something that might live both like on dry land as well as in the water.
I was thinking koi and squid.
Huh?
Squid?
Because I feel that would be frightening.
Yeah.
Anything with a squid is frightening.
Just picture that little fishy face.
Squid.
With all the tentacles coming out of the back. Fucking. Screws on my heart.
It was great.
And also, as I was writing this, I was thinking about like the patience and the time it takes for like plants to grow and mature. And one of the challenges of the realm was walking across like a great plain, like a really long plain. And if the pack were to like rush or move fast, the destination would get further and further and further away. But if they were to stop and take breaks and be calm, it would become a shorter and shorter distance with that.
Huh.
That's a cool idea.
Okay.
And so that was kind of like the twisted reality I kind of came up with in this realm.
It's again with the thing there is like by being near flux but not part of flux.
Yes, near
Well,
flux.
yeah.
I was very inspired by flux with these.
Right? You're afforded that randomness and still be able to have those rules.
Yes.
Now CJ, you had something to add.
I was going to mention I also had one of these like realms already written up that, thanks to, whenever we were first talking of it, where I tried to connect two realms.
Okay.
Specifically, diametrically opposed opposites in the Scar and Pangea. And I was trying for the longest time to like figure out what it would be until I wrote down just a simple phrase that was simply the March of Progress. And a realm started taking shape off that of originally it is when you first drop in this place, it is a endless forest, clear blue sky above you. There are like the equivalent of uncontacted tribes of humans in here. All, significantly primitive in appearance. You have the reflections of shifters in the realms living side by side with these people. But as time moves on in this realm, you start hearing the sound of heavy machinery. You investigate or follow any of the tribes people who are going out seemingly to attack, you start seeing railway being built as trees are being cut down by this massive steam engine with like, if you've ever seen any of those massive mining cranes or is it fucking Fern Gully where they have the giant like deforestation machine?
Oh, CJ.
Think of that for this. And in front of the train are these massive iron steamwork spiders laying down new sections of the track, grabbing some of these tribesmen and chaining them to it to hammer it in place as the train slowly creeps forward, cutting down more and more of the forest, until eventually running them over and watering the ground, planting the seeds of progress and watering it in blood.
Nice.
Dude.
Love it.
I'm just like, I'm hearing this. Let me run this. Let me run this by you. You're walking through that forest, and you're hearing grunts, right? Just grunts, primordial human grunts, which starts to develop more into some sort of language. And then you hear the rustling in the trees, and you see them, and they're smacking the trees with rocks. And as you go, those rocks turn into stone axes, which turn into actual axes, and their hands themselves turn into chainsaws as they're cutting them down. Right?
Awesome.
So you got that like caveman looking facade. Maybe he's still got the fucking loincloth like goddamn Fred Flintstone, and again, his hands have become the tools, and he's chopping them down. He's cutting through the trees, and then you get to the train, but they walk. They fucking like lemmings surge into the steam engine to fuel it.
Yep.
And this is all happening as you go to. I'm loving it, dude. Like I'm hearing that. I had that imagery, and it's like, fuck no, this dude, this here. I'm helping.
Yeah, I see it.
Fucking take it.
The other detail that's on the same fucking wavelength. We are sharing a brain cell right now. The further down this seemingly endless train you go, the more advanced it gets until eventually you start reaching shit that's like hovering just above the tracks with its guardians and weaponry on it that are straight out fucking sci-fi. But now, the further you go, where the forest has been cleared, these empty husk of buildings, starting off as like simple huts, start to physically grow out of the ground. The sky is black by the smoke of the train. It eventually becomes a dull gray, and you eventually end up going through this like a hollow, empty shell of a city. Further you go, eventually you start seeing the green breaking through.
Hold on.
Over time, the rails are rusting away.
He's got more.
Hold on.
Yep.
I'm with you to the point, but the cities, again, they become more bustling and more technologically advanced. Yeah, you got the hovering, maybe you get the flying cars. It's all fucking Blade Runner suddenly. And then the explosion.
Thick air, smoky, hard to breathe.
Yes. And then the explosion hits.
Mm-hmm.
And it wipes out the cities.
It starts all over.
And it becomes this husk.
Yep.
Right? The post-apocalyptic husk where everything is dead. And then the grass and the vines start to take over the husks of the buildings, and they slowly get torn down, and the forests grow all on their own. And yes, this cycle starts over. And here's the thing that is every 3 days in the realm.
Fuck.
A continuous cycle of that. From the beginning of humanity to the end of humanity, over and over and over again, every 3 fucking days, 5 days, whatever. But it's got to be a short amount of time like that.
Yeah.
And then your Garu, is your people in this realm, whatever the crux is, whatever you're there to do, whatever the solution to this realm is, has to be done at the correct point in time of this fucking realm city life cycle.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you don't get it done, you have to wait for the next cycle to finish or get to.
Hey. But the fun part is, depending on the tribe of Garu, it might be set up to solve the problem in different points in the cycle.
I like that too.
That's fun.
Your Geta Fenris, your Silverfangs, your Shadow Lords, they're probably going to be more inclined to stop this early. Or your Bonars and your Ragabash are probably going to be in the city. Maybe they're part of the cause for the explosion. Big reset.
Glasswalkers?
I also like the idea of when that blast hits.
Mm-hmm.
Your flesh is fucking desecrated. You're basically a walking skeleton.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Just charred bone still moving.
Yep.
And for just a little while before the green comes back, you get like this cold, almost nuclear winter.
Fuck! I'm fucking in. See, we're doing
As
this.
the green starts growing back, ligaments start connecting your bones back together, muscles slowly form over that until the layer of skin and fur, depending on your form.
And here we go. You feel it all.
Yep.
Because now as a player, there's a consequence every time you do this cycle.
Yeah.
It's not
And
just...
you miss what you were trying to do.
Right. And now think about having to experience that. Right. You put yourself in character. Because now it's suddenly we have to get this done. We have to get this done before the next cycle. Because I don't think I can take doing that again.
Right.
Physically, emotionally, mentally... going through the fucking pain of being reduced to ashes and reborn. Because I have to feel it. I have to experience it.
Yeah, which fine.
Which is a little atrocity.
I love the idea. I love the idea of you can't actually die in this realm.
Right.
But
You just have
feel
to
like
wait for the next cycle at that point. Like, if you were to be killed, silver bullet through the head, your body is lying there and you're fully aware and conscious, unable to move.
Yes.
As everything changes, grows up around you, just tear down until eventually you hit that point of, you're just the charred husk.
And let's add to that, right? That not only are you just laying there, but because the whole thing keeps going, you are decaying in quote real time, but like in hyperspeed at that point. And like you get to feel the fucking animals eat at your flesh, or the tree grow through your pelvis.
oh my god.
Because again, here you can't die in the realm, so the pain has to be real.
No, it has to.
Yep.
Yeah, it has to be.
And this is where this realm had started off as simply the March of Progress. Then I added on Urban Decay, and then finally the cycle.
And then I show up and
that's
fuck it
where-
up by putting the atrocity realm in there too.
Oh no, but this is fucking perfect.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah. And hey, maybe this is that moment to be like, if you have those players who are or characters who are unmotivated, the children of Gaia who aren't willing to fight, maybe this is one of those realms that you find out, hear about, and you throw them in there. 'Cause this is what the mother's going through every day.
I don't hate that.
I love it.
This is a perfect. Fuck both of you. Fucking CJ&M. These are
No.
great realms. I'm liking these.
See what you guys did. I'm proud of you both.
It's true. It's fucking great. And that's the thing is there's so much you can do with these pocket realms. You can literally do anything. But I think to get the most out of it, like we were talking about here, is consider what you want to accomplish. What is the point of it? Because that's going to help you as a storyteller form it, right? And then to keep it adjacent to a near realm will allow you to take certain rules from it,
Yeah.
or
Use
certain
different
inspiration
inspirations.
from it, without being stuck to the rules of that realm. So you can do whatever you want, but now you have a guideline.
Right. That's a good point.
There's a blueprint now.
Like, if you want to do something related to Wolfhome, but you don't want to, say, you have to play dumb because you were a wolf, this is where you can make a pocket realm that's kind of similar vibe. But you keep your intelligence, you're just unable to shift out of lupus, or whatever form you're in.
Or
What's that part you liked the most? That's what I kept about, the flux. I was, inspired by the flux, and I was like, oh, I love how it changes so much. Oh, you know what changes? The cycles of the seasons and how life gives back into itself.
Fucking perfect.
But no, going back to the Wolfhome thing, what if instead of the wolf, you are a human stuck in that world, forced to hunt wolves, or to be hunted by wolves? Perhaps that is a better fate for the Red Talon, who is perhaps in need of a lesson of the effects of that they have on humanity.
A lesson in humility.
Perhaps he's in this child home, in the body of a human child.
Yeah.
So he's not strong enough to defend himself. He's basically defenseless, where the wolves are hunting the men. And maybe it is still based on Wolfhome enough to where the other humans are fighting back, but of course we'll ultimately lose because fucking...
Right.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Maybe this realm started off as a memory of the Impergium. A
See?
dream related to it.
And then it's a little too close to the cartoon Umbra. So Stadler and Waldorf are in a Zeppelin floating around the city just heckling. And with that, my friends,
Happy Hollow fucking Ween.
yes, have a happy Halloween. I had to. I saw it
funny.
and I had to leap
It's
at it.
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
Good call. It's funny.
We want you all to have just the greatest Halloween. You know, we love this season. We love Halloween. We're going to be excited for Backer Night, which either already happened or is about to. I can't look at a calendar. Leave me alone.
It depends on. Yeah, I know.
Right. CJ, great to have you here as always. I mean, you're not guest stars anymore. You're part of it. You're just here.
Team members.
It's always fun being here. These episodes are great, especially when we can get real creative.
Yeah, it's a good time. Makes
fine.
me want to run a game again. Writing that, I was like, oh man, I could really run this in a game.
Right? I love these more conceptual, creative episodes. I'm so glad we did it.
Yeah.
And we hope you guys enjoyed it. Then sure you did, and if not, fake it. It'll be our treat and your trick, and everybody wins.
Yeah. Please and thank you.
Oh, all right. So, on behalf of everyone here, CJ, Danny, myself, we want to say thank you so much for listening. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Keep your claws sharp, your head in a swivel, and have a spooky Halloween. There's smoke in your lungs instead. Suck it. Happy Halloween.